So you see a lot of artisans, tailors, mechanics, they are always store. They end up in one store forever. But the number of cars, are they not growing? The number of cars are growing, but the number of cars they can repair in a day is limited. They cannot do 100 cars in a day.
No. As a one man, you can only service X number of cars per
And
day.
this is also very peculiar to Africans. We like the native doctor mentality, native doctor approach.
Native doctor approach.
Yes, native doctor approach is that I know it, I keep it to myself because this is what makes me relevant. Nobody should know it the way I know it. So you are limited for
Instead
life.
of democratizing.
Yes. So
And
even
you are limited as an individual.
I am trained as an engineer, and I wrote a poem of recent. I said, for the doctors, they hide knowledge. When they write prescription for you, you can hardly read it.
Yeah.
They are still following the native doctor approach.
Native doctor approach.
For the lawyers, they also hide knowledge. They will write it, make it very verbose.
Language.
They want to write one agreement, they will write 20 pages.
Legalist language.
How many times have you read those terms and conditions online? You
Yes.
can't. You just scroll to the end and because it's too long.
Yeah.
They are hiding certain crucial things. If they don't do it in a verbal style, they do it in fine print.
Fine prints. Very
I
thin
get
line.
it. But an engineer, we give out our designs in summary and detailed drawings.
Precise details.
Yeah, so that anybody that is serious-minded can take that drawing and replicate it. So most of the time, when the civil engineer draw structure, he's not the one to implement it. He must so design it that anybody can implement. Interpret it, and that is the mindset of God. He doesn't hide information.
True.
So we must
so we're already
remove this.
changing ourselves.
We are changing it because
with all this native doctor approach. And the Western world, and to a large extent the Asians, they've democratized information. And that's why you see a lot of how to online. Once somebody is able to come up with a technique that helps something faster, he pushes it online.
That is it.
He leaves it for people, other people to
You can be sure what we are discussing here. Some people have no need. They don't want to share it with the world.
Many people know this and
they don't want to.
What is jello with this for decades? And that's one of the reasons why we have this program, so that we can bring information out to people.
And there are a lot of things we can take a deep dive.
I mean, how many young graduates today know that securitization of loans is possible?
Yeah, and there's flexibility.
And people are suffering in silence.
Yeah, there are flexibility when to enter into a value chain. So there are so many things that when you know how to share what you already know, the truth is that once you share what you already know, you are hungry for more. So growth continues.
So you keep expanding.
But when you don't share what you already know, you are limited. You yourself, you don't have hunger. But if I tell you, for example, everything I've shared today, I need to go and research more. If we are going to have another program, I know I cannot share the same thing. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
That is the beauty of sharing.
And your course begins to enlarge.
So when a master, a tailor, he had not really taught, there are certain things he goes inside the room to do, so that the apprentice will not understand. Then he will forever, even if he's sick, he will be the one to do it.
And that limits his capacity to deliver on expansive.
So if you must scale, you must have an open policy. You must be transparent. You must let people know. That is why it is the Western world, they like documentation. Because when you write it, anybody can relate to it. But when it's in your mind, and you ask me, it is the mood I am that I will use to explain. Yes, there are certain days I won't like to talk. I just say, do this, I will hide certain days.
And that affects the end.